All right. Charge the battery died. This is Sirach, chapter 2, verse 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Right. When you come in to serve the Lord, when you come into the truth, you got to prepare yourself to suffer. Set thy heart aright, thy mind, and constantly endure. You have to endure the things that you're going through and the things to come. And make not haste in time of trouble. Be not ready to walk out the truth when all hell and shit break loose in your life. When the Lord turn that fire up, when all that suffering come. Cleave unto him and depart not away. Right, immerse yourself in the scriptures. Study the Bible, because this is going to be your spiritual building. That thou mayest be increased at thy last end. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a lower state. You have to be patient when you are changed into a lower state. When you are brought low. When you don't have anything. Or have little. Paycheck to paycheck. You have to be patient during those times. It says, for gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. Right? We are being tried to make ourselves new creatures, a pure individual. That fine gold, the purest of the gold, has no impurities, have no metals in it. That's what our tests and trials are about, even up into our death. Believe in him, and he will help you. Believe in what you have read. Don't cast away what you have been studying and reading all this time. Order thy way aright and trust in him. Ye that fear the Lord, wait for his mercy, and go not aside lest ye fall. Right, fall out the truth. Ye that fear the Lord, believe him, and your reward shall not fail. Right. Ye that fear the Lord, hope for good and for everlasting joy and mercy. Look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded? Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him? Right, man. So you gotta look at them old. That's what the studying is about. So you have to look at them stories. Read them stories about the men that went through all types of hell and kept their trust in the Lord no matter how bad it got, and were they delivered and rewarded for what they have done, what they did. Those are your spiritual builders, because what happened in the ancient world is going to happen now today. Yahweh Shai was put to death for his ministry. We coming in doing the same ministry that he's doing, that he did. So someone else going to be put to death. Same thing with the prophets, the other teachers, the disciples, the bishops, the evangelists. Whatever title you go under, man. The men of the Lord had to go through hell, and a lot of them were put to death. But the crazy part about this ending is that even if you're a man, a Lord, or not, even if you're teaching the truth or calling yourself teaching the truth, there is death coming and there's no way out. There's no way around it. Well, there is a way around it, but you have to be one of the elect to be delivered, and by way of chariot and not die. Two, you have to be somewhere over in the Middle East that doesn't get hit by thermonuclear missiles. And a plague and a pestilence and things like that. But you don't know what cities or countries gonna be hit by missiles. You don't know what plagues gonna come in the near future for a lot of them countries and things. So your life is still in the Lord's hand. Verse 11. For the Lord is full of compassion and mercy. Long suffering, right? So we're going through long suffering. And this number we're going through is a part of our long suffering. And very pitiful. And forgiveth sins and saveth in time of affliction. Woe, meaning destruction, be to fearful hearts and faint hands. And the sinner that goeth 2 ways, a double-minded man, a man that's afraid to do the will of the Lord and to die for the Lord. A man who gives up. Verse 13, woe unto him that is faint-hearted, and he believeth not. Right, you guys that shipwreck, lose faith fast. Therefore shall you not be defended. You're not going to be defended if you don't have no faith in these days, especially in those times. Woe unto you that have lost patience, and what will you do when the Lord shall visit you? That's you niggas that left the truth. Y'all lost patience in the Lord's return. The word patience means to suffer. Y'all stopped suffering. A lot of y'all sold out. A lot of y'all just went and got a job and start living y'all life and partying, kicking, smoking, drinking. Meanwhile, the rest of us is still out here teaching, still going through all holy hell, whether it's within our families or on the or outside the house, dealing with these devils or on the highways and byways. Sirach chapter 2 verse 14. Woe unto you that have lost patience, and what will you do when the Lord shall visit you? They that fear the Lord will not disobey his word, and they that love him will keep his ways. They that fear the Lord will seek that which is well pleasing unto him, and they that love him shall be filled with the law. Verse 17, they that fear the Lord will prepare their hearts or their minds and humble their souls in his sight. Right. Prepare your mind for what's to come. 18, saying, we will fall into the hands of the Lord and not into the hands of men. For as his majesty is, so is his mercy. Right. All right. All right, got some more precepts pertaining to this topic. that I was just speaking on. This is Hebrews. Chapter 9, verse 23. It says, by faith, Moses, when he was born, he had 3 months of his parents because they saw he was a proper child and they were not afraid of the king's commandment. By faith, Moses, when he was come to years, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter, choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of the Most High than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season. Esteeming the reproach, right? So Moses didn't want to be a sellout. Esteeming the reproach of Yahweh Shai, and this is that's a good testimony story for the guys that did sell out of our nation, right? Scripture say give up that position and follow the Lord. You got to think critically or logically about the situation for sure. But all that throwing up them demonic ass signs, just to get paid, to take a bag, to destroy your people, that has to end. I don't mean going, well, that's a topic for another day. I'm not going to go into that right now. But yeah, Moses is a good story to read of a sacrifice. Yahweh Shai, who the Lord ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, is a good story to read of giving up those type of things. And that's what the Lord wants you to do. Yahweh Shai was a carpenter. So he had money. Carpenters on this side have money. Moses had money, but then you got stories like Joseph, who had money and was able to keep his money, and still, I can't figure out what's wrong with that. But yeah, it just depends on the lot the Lord wants you to have. That's the conversation for another day. But it says, and that wasn't the point that I was trying to make. It says, esteeming the reproach of Yahweh Shai greater riches than the treasures in Egypt, for he had respect unto the recompense of the reward. By faith he forsook Egypt, not fearing the wrath of the king, for he endured as seeing him who is invisible. Through faith he kept the Passover and the sprinkling of blood, lest he that destroyed the firstborn should touch them. Okay. Let me see, because I want to. Alright, this coming. Hebrews 11:29. By faith they passed through the Red Sea as by dry land, which the Egyptians essayed to do were drowned. By faith the walls of Jericho fell down after they were compassed about 7 days. By faith the harlot Rahab perished, not with them that believed not, when she had received the spies with peace. And what shall I more say? For the time would fail me to tell of Gideon, and of Barak, and of Samson, and of Jephthah, of David also, and Samuel, and of the prophets, who through faith subdued kingdoms, wrought righteousness, obtained promises, stopped the mouths of lions, quenched the violence of fire, escaped the edge of the sword, out of weakness were made strong, waxed valiant in fight, turned to flight the armies of the aliens. See, that's what faith did for these brothers. You got to read these stories. Women received their dead raised to life again through the spiritual powers, and that's coming back. And others were tortured. This is the point I was reaching. Not accepting deliverance, that they might obtain a better resurrection. So you got to prepare for these things. You got to have faith, your faith in the Lord during the days, because you're going to be rewarded. And others had trial of cruel mockings and scourgings, beatings, yea, moreover, of bonds and imprisonment. These are the things that the prophets went through in the ancient world, the same things that are coming back here and now today. They were stoned, they were sawn asunder, were tempted, were slain with the sword. They wandered about in sheepskins and goatskins, being destitute, afflicted, tormented. This is a lot of a prophet. By suffering you are made strong. You're going to be made stronger than these individual people, these weak, wicked ass people. These guys that call themselves killers with all these multiple bodies, or just the military men. You know, you ain't going to have no fear of those things. The demons, the spirits, the witchcraft, you ain't going to have no fear of those things. You're not going to have no fear of death when it presents itself to you, when you get presented with the MOTB. That's why the Lord has made us to suffer, because we're not accepting the pleasures of this world. The Lord is hardening our spirits against the pleasures, because that's a form of comfortability, that is a form of weakness. You got brothers that do got money and whatnot, but we still suffer. The Lord still makes sure that we suffer to prepare ourselves for what's to come. Of whom the world was not worthy. They wandered in deserts and in mountains and in dens and caves of the earth. See? What Negro, you know the Latins are, they kind of close a little bit when they crossing the border, but they don't have the righteous spirit, so it don't even matter. But still, what Negroes want to do this for the will of the Lord? Is of whom the world was not worthy. They wandered in deserts and in mountains and in dens and caves of the earth. And these all, having obtained a good report through faith, receive not the promise. The Most High having provided some better thing for us, that they without us should not be made perfect. Yeah, man, so you have to get ready for these things to come to pass. Only way you can do that is by studying the Bible. This is Ezekiel chapter 3. I'm gonna start chapter 2, verse 1. And he said unto me, Son of man, stand upon thy feet, and I will speak unto thee. And the Spirit entered into me when he spake unto me, and set me upon my feet, that I heard him that spake unto me. And he said unto me, Son of man, I send thee to the children of Israel, to a rebellious nation that hath rebelled against me. They and their fathers have transgressed against me, even unto this very day. You know what? I'm going to start at Ezekiel chapter 3 instead. This is Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 1. Moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, eat that thou findest. Eat this roll. And that's the point. You got to eat the Bible. You got to read and study the scriptures. The roll represents the Bible. Eating it means to sit there and study and learn the Hebrew, Greek, Latin. Study to shew thyself approved, a workman not needed to be ashamed. And go speak unto the house of Israel, because now you got to go teach your people. You got to be able to break these precepts down to protect your people from the lies that's being taught by this devil. The philosophies of the world. Witchcraft, bestiality, homosexuality, lesbianism, queerism, Masonic order, church, and all the philosophies that come within church, Islam, Buddhism. Niggas who don't believe in God, you gotta correct their dumb ass. But you have to know the doctrine. And then you have to study the scriptures and filter the information through the scriptures and give them the true sense of the understanding of the Bible. Verse 2. So I opened my mouth and he caused me to eat that roll. And he said unto me, Son of man, cause thy belly to eat, and fill thy bowels with this roll that I give thee. Then did I eat it, and it was in my mouth as honey for sweetness. Right? Because the honey for sweetness is you knowing that you gonna be able to receive spiritual power. You knowing that you're gonna be a king in the kingdom of heaven forever and be able to live forever. That's the honey. And he said unto me, Son of man, Go get thee unto the house of Israel and speak with my words unto thee. Right, you got to have the Bible in your hand when you're teaching your people, because you got to prove all things. For thou art not sent to a people of a strange speech and of an hard language, but to the house of Israel. Not to many people of a strange speech and of an hard language, whose words thou canst not understand. Surely had I sent thee to them, they would have hearkened unto thee. But the house of Israel will not hearken unto me. Will not hearken unto thee, for they will not hearken unto me. For all the house of Israel are impudent and hard-hearted. Right. So that's one thing you got to understand about when you're going to teach your people. They don't want to hear the Bible. Behold, I have made thy face stronger against their faces. Your spirit is stronger than theirs. And thy forehead against their foreheads. Right. As an adamant harder than flint have I made thy forehead. Fear them not, neither be dismayed, fearful at their looks, though they be a rebellious house. Right, so you ain't got to be afraid of these niggas. You know, Jake be having all these mugs, and which be demons, and, you know, we not to be afraid of none of that dumbass shit. That's a demon. 1, 2, the Lord made our faces stronger than theirs. Our spirit is stronger than theirs. Ezekiel 3:9. As an adamant harder than flint have I made thy forehead. Fear them not, neither be dismayed at their looks, though they be a rebellious house. So you ain't supposed to be afraid of your people while you out here teaching them, man. When you breaking the scriptures down, whether you're on highways and byways or not, you're not supposed to be afraid of your people. Moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, all my words that I shall speak unto thee, receive in thine heart or in thy mind, and hear with thine ears, and go get thee to them of the captivity unto the children of thy people, and speak unto them and tell them, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear. Then the Spirit took me up. Right, so you gotta go tell them whether they will hear or whether they will forbear. Then the Spirit took me up, and I heard behind me a voice of a great rusher saying, Blessed be the glory of the Lord Yahweh from this place. Okay. Yeah, so you have to eat the roll and go teach your people. Because that's the only way they're going to be able to, that's the only way they're going to be able, that's the only way you're going to be able to be saved. And that's the only way they're going to be able to be saved. By you telling them the truth. This is Ezekiel chapter 33, verse 1. Again, the word of the Lord Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, speak to the children of thy people, and say unto them, when I bring the sword upon the land. The sword represents destruction. If the people of the land take a man of their coast and set him for their watchman, and that's the role that the prophets have. If when he seeth the sword come upon the land, he blow the trumpet and warn the people. How do you blow the trumpet and warn the people? You teach the people the truth. Verse 4. Then whosoever heareth the sound of the trumpet and taketh not warning, if the sword come and take him away, his blood shall be upon his own head. Right, so for these niggas that walk past us, laughing, mocking, scorning, or just don't care about the word, or they pass up our videos, or somebody tell them about us and they just don't give a fuck, then when that destruction take place, that's on them. That's their fault that they got taken away by it. That's what it means by his blood shall be upon his own head. He's being held accountable now. Verse 5. He heard the sound of the trumpet and took not warning. His blood shall be upon him, but he that taketh warning shall deliver his soul. See? He that taketh warning shall deliver his soul. Us that's taking warning from what we were taught, we gonna be delivered during them days from the coming pestilence, the riots, the famine, the nuclear destruction. That's how you deliver your soul, man. Verse 6. But if the watchmen see the sword come, and blow not the trumpet, and the people be not warned. How do they not blow the trumpet? You got guys that came in the truth and left back out. You got guys that know the truth and sold out and teaching a lie. That's part of not blowing the trumpet. You got guys that call themselves teaching the truth but not teaching the truth. They're not blowing the trumpet, man. Because they're not edifying. Edify means to build. They're not building the flock's spirit up for the days to come. So that's part of them not blowing the trumpet. Another way is them not blowing the trumpet is them not being on the highways and byways. Ezekiel 33:6. But if the watchmen see the sword come and blow not the trumpet, and the people be not warned, if the sword come and take any person from among them, he is taken away in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at the watchman's hand. You can't come in the truth and then leave and not warn the people. Once you're in the truth, you got to stay in the truth until death, or until the Lord come back. Because now you've been held accountable for all these people, all these Jakes that passed. It's like that Jake right there that just passed. I'm out here teaching. He didn't stop. That was his either a blessing unto him or a curse. It's a curse unto him because he didn't take heed. He kept walking. That was an example of me delivering myself, getting the blood off of my hand from that individual in particular. It says, Ezekiel 33:6, but if the watchmen see the sword come and blow not the trumpet, and the people be not warned, if the sword come and take any person from among them, he is taken away in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at the watchman's hand. See? So now you have to die for him not being warned. So thou, O son of man, I have set thee a watchman. That's what I'm out here proclaiming. I study the scriptures. I watch the news. I am a watchman of the times, of the signs of the Lord's return. Ezekiel 33:7. So thou, O son of man, I have set thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore thou shalt hear the word at my mouth and warn them from me. When I say unto the wicked, O wicked man, thou shalt surely die, if thou dost not speak to warn the wicked from his way, from his ways, what he believe in, his actions in this world, that wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thine hand. Right. Verse 9, nevertheless, if thou warn the wicked of his way to turn from it, if he do not turn from his way, and that's what I'm doing, I'm warning the wicked. I'm warning our people to turn from their ways. If he do not turn from his way, he shall die in his iniquity, but thou hast delivered thy soul. Right. So now you're not being held accountable for not for not making yourself available to teach, to edify the flock so that they can be saved during the time of hell, man, and destruction. Jacob's trouble. the MOTB. Verse 9, nevertheless, if thou warn the wicked of his way to turn from it, if he do not turn from his way, he shall die in his iniquity, but thou hast delivered thy soul. Therefore, O thou son of man, speak unto the house of Israel. Thus he speak, saying, if our transgressions and our sins be upon us, and we pine away in them, how should we then live? Say unto them, as I live, said the Lord Yahweh, I have no pleasure in the death of the wicked, but that the wicked turn from his way and live. And this is only for the nation of Israel. Turn ye from your evil ways, for why will ye die, O house of Israel? Right, man, and I'm going to end it at that. Getting kind of late. With that being said, I hope I edified the flock. Hope this was a spiritual builder. Through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Shemal Shai, to strengthen you brothers and sisters for the coming day of the Lord. With that being said, call all Yahweh by Shemal Shai. Double honors to the elders and the apostles that rule well. Salutations to the brothers that's doing the truth and sincerity. Mawath Lababal, Mawath Lababal, Mawath Lababal. Abad Babylon. Shalom.